Up my freaks, RuinousInsight here. Part 50 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Malekith and Naggarond Inc. campaign. Attention, Naggarond Inc. workers. Be advised that Family Misery Day is fast approaching. Be sure to sign up for at least 3 miserable family activities. Favorites include Steal the Harpy Egg, Hydra Escape Room, and Outrun the Cold One. Participation is mandatory. As we saw last time, the Star Tower has been taken by Jaden the Troll Vanquisher and Admiral Moksha, and with that, Clan Spittle is, well, pretty much done. They may have a stack at the Blood Swamps, but their faction is very, very weak now, and this former elven colony is now ours, as well as we couldn't let those Skaven squat there. Also, as promised at the end of last episode, I did end the turn between the episodes, and thus did the admin twice, i.e. built all the buildings, and moved all the heroes over the 2 turns, so we don't have to deal with that. On the bright side, it does also look like Morgur is all the way over here, and Malekith might be close enough to reach him, which is a good thing, if in fact we can get it to happen. So, let's start with that, since there's no other admin to do. We are going to... Who are you at war with? Are you at war with our allies here? You are at war with Kurun, so Kurun we shall ask. Now, was there anything we wanted from Kurun? Well, I did want them to give us Aquitaine, but that's not going to happen right now, because they haven't taken it. So, join war against Warherd of the Shadow gave. 5.5, actually not bad, if only we wanted anything from them. What do you want for joining war against clans Spittle, Citadel of Dusk, and Cult of Sotek, by the way? 59.2. How much do you want Mousillon? Not like we need... 0. Wow, that's just perfect, isn't it? Huh. Go figure. Alrighty, well, we'll do that then. And we should probably get an alliance going with them at some point, but, you know, for now, it's fine. And... we're kind of salty about Aquitaine, but oh well. Let's begin by attacking Morgur with Malekith. We could go Vanguard deployment as well, but that will reduce our movement very slightly. And I'm not sure whether we can risk it. Also, we have levels, but I'm not sure that we actually need them against Morgur. His army isn't all that strong, but I think it's time to try out those Manticore Lords and those Shadow Fire Guard. It's been a long time coming, that's for sure, so we should try it. Are you able to reach Morgur with Druki first strike? Yes, indeed you are. Alright. Well, then we will, in fact, make use of that Vanguard deployment. Alrighty, well, this is going to be the show of the legends. Let's try not to kill everybody with our magics. All shall suffer indeed, Malekith, and I'm sure you'll be the only one who's happy about it. Or will you just continue being miserable? Anyway, here we go, finally a chance to use our legendary units. Not just Malekith, but the entire army. And look at those black dragons hovering over our black guard of Naggarond, the edgiest army that we could muster for Malekith. All dressed in black, both the scales and the armor, with the small exception of the Shadow Fire Guard, which have a mix of Phoenix Guard and Black Guard of Naggarond together. I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't do sort of a unique model to this, just like use Phoenix Guard with black cloaks and maybe some of the armor, or just give them the black cloaks or something, or give the cloaks to the Black Guard of Naggarond, I don't know, but rather than just using 2 units spliced. But oh well. On top of that, though, we do have the advent of the Manticore Lords, which have in the meantime already dropped down on the enemy, because I really wanted to get them into combat as fast as possible. 4 units in this thing, and they have a couple of unique abilities. One of those is called Death Fist, and it is an anti-single entity, where specifically single lord or hero ability, which does strong damage and reduces their armor by 25% for 60 seconds. And then they have a poison bomb ability, so they can drop bombs on enemies as well. We've moved them in completely unsupported, and they've dropped down on the enemy Chaos Spawn, Centaurs, and Ungor Spears, and we're just gonna watch them go to work as the rest of the enemy slowly moves in. I guess we should probably watch the Shadowfire Guard fight a little bit as well, and here comes a dragon to help out the Manticores, just so they don't get completely surrounded. Anyway, the Shadowfire Guard are also moving in, and an Ungor Spear Horde dares to charge them. And this doesn't seem like the brightest of moves, however, as I'm sure they will get absolutely ripped apart by the fallen Halberds. Oh, the Phoenix Guard's halberds actually look nicer than the Black Guard of Naggarond's halberds. Yeah, so just give the Black Guard of Naggarond the cloaks and the halberds from the Phoenix Guard, because they're runic and cool looking. And then the cloaks will identify the Shadowfire Guard as the new form of Phoenix Guard. And wow, it goes so quiet when it's when it's on slow motion. I think that would have made the unit look a little bit more interesting. Not that I dislike the idea of its current state. Anyway, it looks like Morgur is pretty much done. He's in fact running as he tried to fight Malekith, but obviously that was never going to end well. The Manticore Lords have lifted off. They have taken a little bit of damage, but to be fair, I did send them in all by themselves and relatively unsupported, and I want to move them in to see how effective they would be at A, dropping the bombs, and B, assassinating Morgur now that he's running. In the meantime, there is a giant to work on here on the Black Dragons. Ooh, he's got a Black Guard of Naggarond, or he's killed a Black Guard of Naggarond, but he does have all these dragons to deal with as well. Massive pool of HP on these giants, of course. What a nice battle between these guys, and a little bit of help from the Black Guard should see the giant off fairly quickly. Ooh, I like that headbutt ability that they have. Effect that they have in giant monster versus giant monster sort of action. There's some really nice sync animations that I definitely missed. But anyway, finally, the giant goes down. The Ungors are coming in a little bit late here, and I don't imagine they're going to achieve too much. The Manticore Lords rather have captured Morgur, at least found Morgur, and should be able to destroy both him and whatever other runners there are on the field. There he is. Though there he won't be for much longer. And there he goes. I think that was the kill. No, it was not. I lied. That was the kill. And good job to the Manticore Lord for getting it. I do wish that this wasn't a Skaven corrupted location, though, so we could have seen the Manticore Lords in a slightly more visible fashion, but obviously we'll be having all of Athaloran to clear out of Wood Elves, and the Manticore Lords will get plenty of action fighting Forest Dragons and other Wood Elf units. Alrighty, very nice indeed. Took a little bit of damage on some of our dragons, but obviously we just threw them into combat unsupported, and not like it matters out here. Anyway, decent amount of damage both on the Manticore Lords and the Shadowfire Guard as well. Man, I really wish we could build more Manticore Lords. Oh, what a cool looking unit. We are going to go in and enslave, get those additional slaves, though I would once again like to keep the slave count below 6k, so 5 to 6k gives us a construction cost reduction of still 25%. Not that we care with the amount of money we're generating, but on top of that, doesn't hurt our control at all, which is obviously something we would want to do. Let's put Malekith into raiding so that he can heal a little bit, and we'll stick around here and we'll see. In theory, I believe Morgur should revive next turn at Montanus. I think he has a 1-turn revive, so we should in theory be able to get the buff on him, or from killing him on Morathi. Honestly, if we really, really wanted to, we could move Mave down there as well, and maybe even get the buff on her. Well, Well, let's move her close. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes her to get there. I also don't want to spend too long farming the trait, but well, we could always sack this Montenas with Morathi next turn, then move Mave close, and then still get the trait. Not that it's as needed on this army, but the missile resistance, if nothing else, would be pretty good. Speaking of the missile resistance, you have the trait now. Yes, I'm not crazy. Skull Slasher defeated Morga the Shadow Cave, 25% missile resistance. Oh. It's Eltharian's the buff that gives the missile resistance to the army, so really it's not really needed on Mave, but we could still definitely use the Morgar trait on Morathi, although missile 25% resistance is also very strong. If Mave eventually gets her dragon, then it'll be very useful. Anyway, Malekith is at 61% missile resistance, and if we max out Ward of Cain, he'll be, well, as close to immune to missiles as possible. He's basically already there because of his ward save as well. Man, his resistances are pretty crazy. Spell is only at 40%, though we could just get him a Word of Hakarti, and then that's another 20%. Yeah. Lovely. Lovely resistances to Malekith. Oh, speaking of Malekith, favor the fortunate. Let's buff those Blackguard even further. Armor, weapon strength, and charge bonus. Man, I can't believe Malekith is still only level 35. Frankly, we've been advancing so quickly that there hasn't been time to level him, but, well, in the sense that get levels via more kills, but it's okay. I'm sure the Wood Elves will do it for us in a way. Anyway, Helebron, I'd like you to kill off this little army right here. Aborash, really? For a Strigoi. And will we still be able to catch you? Let's hope that we will, and it looks like we will, yes. Yes, Malekith, we've defeated Morgar, Dawnstone as well, which will still be useful to us. We can really, again, medium casualties. Ugh. Alright, well, Auto Resolve still hates us, but what can we do? Occupy the place right after this, and ooh, another Tormentor Sword, always a nice one. And Elf Servant, another Elf Servant, not that Talaris needs it. Enemy killed in battle, we'll occupy Dotternbach, colonize it, and then go into raiding stance outside it. Then promptly transfer it to... Tyrant of Naggarond. Or transfer it to these guys so that they have a full province. Yeah, that'll be the way to do it. And then obviously move out this way so that we continue attacking the dead until we're ready to fight the elves, which will be relatively soon. Anyway, wow, we're up at 120k predicted income per turn. We certainly don't need any more territory, that's for sure. Anyway, Malus, you, my friend, are going up north towards the northern provinces, and also awaiting your other units. Or your Cav army. Not that your Cav army hasn't been fun so far. If the northern provinces get themselves killed or die by the time you get there, then you can move towards the ogres, just for fun, not because. Morathi, you wait. Sharky is good. Jaden the Troll Vanquisher, you are heading out to the Blood Swamps. Let's see if you can reach it, and let's see what's in there, incidentally. We should also move Admiral Moksha closer, which we will do so in a second. Jaden, what do we have here? And it's a close... it's just a bunch of clan rats. I think we could just auto... What? The Master will die? Really? Okay, I wasn't expecting that one. Well, it looks like the game will force us to manually fight this. Wait a second. What if we... Here. It looks like Moksha won't be able to approach, unfortunately, but with the Dread expansion, will this still be auto? Really? It's a bunch of clan rats. They have no chance against the Shades. Gang, come on now. What if we level you? Would we be able to? You already have weakness of Horde. We could get you Foci. Tested will give you another 10% hit points. Alright, you know what? Get Foci, or get tested, get above suspicion, and then get another point in hard to hit. Will this be sufficient? You know what? Let's level everybody else in the air. Oh. We already leveled you relatively recently, didn't we? What about the assassins? Ah, you're at level 10. Oh, actually, I'm good I looked here then. You need to get Shadow's Guard and the Way of the Poisoned Sword, and, well, that's why we've been saving your points. So, in the corner of your eye, Shadow's Guard, and... Ooh, that's a hard choice. Hardened by cruelty versus melee attack. Well, I guess we could go for armor first. And yeah, trust no one. Let's go for hardened cruelty. What's their armor at, by the way? No, it's at 87. That's pretty strong. Damn. Happy with that, I gotta say. But yeah, hardened by cruelty, and you're not ready for it yet, unfortunately. But you can get the Black Lotus, and I do want another one of these in this army. So wait, can you actually summon? Nah, you can. We should get one from... Do we have a Temple of Cain here? No. Okay, well, I'll do it later. It would be nice, considering they buff up all of these units. And do we even need that many Reaper Bolt throwers? Not like this army relies on them. Now will the auto-resolve be more successful? Now, really? Oh, auto-resolve. Why are you like this? Okay, we'll deal with you in a second. Because if we're going to fight that, we're probably going to do it cinematically. So I'll let us... let's go for Regarth. And yeah, we could do it manually, but, you know, why not? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Kayaks has a freaking Skaven plague on it. Well, isn't that a shame? Alright, who can we risk getting the plague? I guess Barsathar.
Very well.
Alright, here's what we'll do. Barsathar, you're gonna go right here. I don't want Regarth getting the plague. Regarth, you're going to reinforce. And close to Fig, yeah, we'll see that.
Nature's cruelty.
We'll see about that when the rest of the armies move in. Regarth move here, and then move around. Where the heck is their dino? Oh, what? Where are you going? Are they going for Mangrove Coast? They have to move Uldrathane back. Alright, so here's what we'll do. We'll do this. And then we will attack with Barsathar. Should be auto-resolvable now. Unless the game tries to screw us again. Post victory on this, really? Okay, alright, don't screw us on this auto-resolve, and... Okay, looks like none of you are... Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. Really? It's gonna do that much damage to the War Hydra? Okay. And then we are going to... I guess we... risky. Alright, try to occupy. Don't get the plague, please. Alright, come on, don't screw us with the plague. Servant, Elf Servant, Torgan Merchant, Barsathar, Manticore, Dark Pegasus, that's all great. Slaver, and Settlement receives Plague Kayaks, that's fine. Uldrathane, we need you to leave, so that the Plague can't be transferred to you. Regarth, we need you to leave as well, but you're also damaged. Yeah, okay, we need to get away from the Plague, we need to get out of this territory. The other option would be go out to sea, which is control. And what, land back here? Kind of a waste of a turn, but better than getting a plague. Yeah, there you go. And then stay out here, Regarth. And you can do the same thing. Head out to sea. And this is why I was really thinking that we should probably kill Clan Pestilence, because these Skaven plagues are just infuriating. Granted, we can just trade all these territories away. Allies. For example, the Vampire Coast, and make it a nice coast, but I wanted to go all the way to the Dusk Peak so that we could take the Elven colonies. So.
I have control.
We could go for this, you know what, go for the city tunnels and immediately do this, and we need to reduce the attrition reduction, 50%, 50%, yeah, okay, it doesn't reduce further than 50%, unfortunately. Don't collect the income. Will anything here reduce Plagueination? No, it doesn't. Alright, we're gonna need to rush a few more things. Most likely to get our public order, well, in order once again. Oh, in fact, I know a place where we can use like 1,000 slaves in a single go. Nanchang Basin. Where are ya? Not Celestial Riverlands. Nanchang Basin right here. 1350. There we go. Max that out, build that arena, and then build whatever else you build. How about a Sorceress's Abode and a Tower of Dark Tools? Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now we're back at +0 control rather than negative control, and it's not like we care about the cost reduction. Alright. I mean, if we manage to spend 260k, we'll and we actually had way more. I gave like 50k to Kislev to power them up a little bit. All the money. I'm not trying to remember, is this are we richer in this campaign than in Zatan's campaign? I wonder. Because that campaign is also obnoxiously rich. But anyway, let's continue moving, everybody, rather than thinking about the riches. Now, who was next? The Shell Ray. You could continue healing. We could also declare war on the Broken Axe if we... I mean, I was going to move the Shell Ray potentially to fight in Athaloran, but at the same time, we also have potential for moving them to Lorelorn. We will need to move somebody to Lorelorn. I don't know, I'll think about it. Either way, just stay here for another couple of turns. You can heal up to full, and then we can take out these guys. I've been banking on our friends who run to attack them. They haven't done so yet. We'll help them out if they do. Fairy, you can stay where you are. Loke here, you can continue raiding if you...
Underway.
Or you could attack the Mogget. You know what? Let's also move Mara. Oh, I already did.
Death to the Druki.
I guess I had the idea between the episodes and then acted on it, and then promptly forgot about it. You, Eladan, are going to go right here to Grey Rock Point in case we need you out there. Druki Resources, Administration, yeah, there's
The world will burn.
that have moved. Wait, have you arrived yet? Malice's forces? No, not yet. Alright. Uldruthane, Gate Smiter. Yeah. Burn Harvest is still on the move, and I believe that is it. Means we're gonna fight some Skaven, right? Yeah, by the looks of it, I don't think any of the Black Arcs need to... And I dealt with their buildings between the episodes as well, so that all looks fine to me. Well, let's fight this. You able to change stances? No, I just want to double-check diplomacy real quick. Not that I expect there to be anything useful here. And just in case we uncover new factions, because we periodically do. Luth really wants to trade despite us raiding him, but the... Clan Pestilence, yeah, we don't care. In fact, I'm kind of inclined to actually cancel our trade. Possibly just quickly destroy them here, so that we don't have to deal with their plagues anymore. That would be swell. But we'll deal with that later as well. Alright, Blood Swamps. Can't auto-resolve, so we will not. Devoted to bloodshed. I'm not sure that we've heard of that one yet, though in reality it's only misery that we're devoted to. But the bloodshed is incidental to the misery. Anyway, here we go. I certainly wasn't expecting a second battle from Clan Spittle, but here we are. Auto-resolve aside, this is a minor settlement battle, and we haven't seen a lot of these throughout the campaign, so we might as well enjoy one while we have it. This is one of the rare also occasions where we've separated our entire force into at least five distinct small groups, and each one is going to make their way up the path and, well, fill the enemy up with as many quarrels as they can manage. Shouldn't be too problematic, but I suppose we'll see. Let's begin. We obviously don't have the range on the crossbows, because these are great sword shades that we would with the other types of shades or dark shards, so we do need to get a lot closer. But frankly, if the enemy wants to fight in melee, they are more than welcome to. If anything, it's kind of what we want ourselves. Plague Monks back here having a pretty bad time against against our units. And they are backing off rather than fight. Well, interesting, but good luck to them. We'll just move deeper into the enemy settlement and continue doing what we're doing. Our Dark Riders have also moved up over on this side. They're going to be working on this tower, though by the looks of it, SFO has made it pretty darn ineffective a thing to do. In vanilla, you can knock these towers out very, very quickly / easily with concentrated fire from range units, but it looks like it takes way too long do that here. So instead we'll simply send our flyers, or flyer I should say, or have our artillery destroy it like they destroyed that one. Oh, and it looks like some rats are finally ready to move into melee, but we do need the assassin to not actually block them so much as to use his ability of... our artillery is firing as well. He has that slow down ability, which is why we want to pair, well, one of the reasons that we want to pair assassins with the shades. I forgot what the ability is called, smoke bomb or something along those lines. Slow down those enemies and then move away if he doesn't get trapped, like by these rat ogres. More rat ogres moving in here, and ooh, looks like we've damaged, well, they've damaged the shades here, and to some degree, I'm sure, and we've damaged them ourselves. A whip bomb coming in. I'm not entirely sure from whom, whether it was actually from the rat ogre or from another unit, but it looks like it only just clipped our shades, which is great. It would have been unfortunate to lose a shade all the way out here, because we don't have easy access to get another shade back. And yeah, see, lots of friendly fire coming in. I'm definitely going to have to be careful about that one. And our assassin is trying to chase the warlord around. In fact, the assassin has defeated the warlord in single combat by virtue of the sheer amount of damage that he dealt out, though he now did get trapped by the enemy rats while trying to chase. Not that that should matter, as we should be able to clear his path fairly quickly. And I see he's still firing at the enemy lord with that crossbow of his, and hey, the lord is coming back as well. Keep taking shots. You can get him, assassin. This is your job after all. Are you staggered or are you reloading? I can't even tell. Alright, you don't get to see the assassins fight all that much, so this is now a decent time to do it. There's the warlord, but yeah, a little bit trapped now, and a few shots from the other shades should be able to knock him. Right? There we go, just gonna move the assassin back slightly so we don't kill him off with our own shades. And okay, looks like the warlord has 24 HP. Probably should have told one of them to hit him, but I'm sure as they run up, they will do the same. There is another enemy warlord that's moving in over here, so we will have to focus that down as well. How's the rest of the battle going? We're still moving forward, and the enemy still pretty much refuses to fight us in melee for whatever reason. They're still backing off. We just take a few steps forward, the enemy backs off. A few steps forward, the enemy backs off. It's a very kind of bizarre sort of situation. It seems like the enemy doesn't want to fight in most locations. At least this warlord is brave, though it's not going to be so great for him, as both the assassin and one of the units of shades are going to focus him down, and he is going to get staggered down by 50% speed reduction, which really does hurt, and away he goes. Alright, but at least he was braver than his friends here, though I suppose from a Skaven perspective that isn't necessarily a good thing to be. Anyway, finally, looks like some enemies are going to charge us in melee. They're going to take a few volleys, and oh! The enemy's going to pop that warp bomb just as they charge in. Another good reason to keep heroes out front of your lines. There's that smoke bomb that I was talking about. Keep heroes out front of your line when fighting against Skaven, as they'll be more likely to waste their warp bomb on the heroes rather than on your units. And as it's a really irritating ability, I don't even feel bad about that. Anyway, continuing to rip the enemy apart in range, and it looks like they're going to continue to run. Same thing over here, refusing to enter melee and even allowing our range units to hit them in the back instead of in the shield. Another unit fighting out here of gutter runner slingers with poison, but they won't be fighting out here for much longer as the rats are dropping in numbers. Dropping like rats, I suppose. Alright, and out and away these guys go. Let's see, bounce of power is now about 60, maybe 65% in our favor. About half of the enemy army has been destroyed, and we continue moving forward. We're actually starting to run out of ammunition on some of our units. Look at that, a lot of these shades are down to about a quarter, maybe under that HP. Alright, I can't say I was expecting that, but, well, it is what it is. We shall still deal with it. A few more clan rats out here. Frankly, they're doing us a favor by not fighting in melee. We can still charge them in melee ourselves after we run out of ammunition. Though I suppose all the armor-piercing shots that both of the Shades and the Dark Riders have are, in fact, being wasted in this particular battle, as most of the Skaven they've been firing on don't have armor at all. So without Storm Vermin, the Clan Rats, and the Plague Monks and whatnot, Yeah, a lot of damage going, well, the rock, paper, scissors ain't in our favor in that particular situation, at least with regards to damage type. But nonetheless, we still have enough ammunition to knock out those rats. There we go.
Retreat!
Generally speaking, let's, actually, I'm just out of curiosity, how much armor-piercing damage do these guys do? Oh, actually, quite a lot, yeah. So if they were a non-armor piercing unit, they would have much higher missile strength by virtue of that, I would imagine. Alright, more enemies moving in. Another Plague Priest refusing to fight, same with the Grace here. And oh, look at that, a Clan Rat unit has actually sort of moved in. It actually decided to completely ignore our shades to go for our assassin, allowing him to pop that smoke bomb. And between the poison and the stagger shot on these guys, they're down to 25 movement speed. Skaven being slower than standard infantry speed on like a human soldier and stuff is pretty darn low. And is that another warp bomb? They sure love those warp bombs, don't they? But not a one has been effective so far. We are starting to take the bridges as well now, and it looks like finally some of these great swords are going to be able to swing away. I don't imagine for long, mind you, but at least it's something. This is basically the main reason why we built shades with great swords here. Even if they are inferior due to their halved range compared to the dual weapon units. They want to fight melee. There we go. Swing those great swords at those clan rats who are now routing, or breaking, or broken, rather, I should say. Bounce bear is about 70% in our favor. We do keep getting occasionally hit by the Plague Priest, but with 93 armor on our shades at the current time, it's really not that bad. Looks like our Knight Assassin has found one of the enemy Plague Priests now, and we'll be able to get a few shots in point blank and a few stabs in as well. Looks like the enemy has also activated the Scurry Away ability, so he's going to run away while the clan rats try to help him out. And I do believe with that, the battle is ours, the enemy shatters, and are no more. Oh, did that lightning just hit the... It looked like the lightning hit the enemy Plague Priest. Well, if it did, that was perfect. At the very least, it hit some Skaven, and I'm 90% sure that was in fact a Plague Priest. I think it might have died at the same time from getting hit by the lightning, as well as our assassin, possibly both assassins, as there was one up here as well. Anyway, close victory, nice little fight, only close by virtue of the expenditure of ammunition, but actually it was a really weird... Alrighty, there we go. I gotta be honest, I have no concept of what the heck the point of that was from the AI's perspective. Like, congratulations, you spent the entire battle backing away, getting ripped apart by our shades, and these are the short-range shades as well. No, damn, 32k damage. Very nice job to them, and yes, the rats forced us to run out of ammunition, but... the ammunition was expended into their formerly living corpses, so why? They managed to hurt 2 units, and it wasn't really their army, as we can see. Basically, no kills on pretty much all their units, and instead was the towers in combination with a couple of damaging spells, particularly on this one unit of shades with great swords. A little bit of damage on our assassins. Jaden was already hurt, and the master was my fault for getting hurt because I didn't realize, stupidly, that he was on a loot nugget. He was on the wrong mount. Nice organ merchant, enemy killed in battle, faction destroyed, clan spittle, fare thee not so well. We are going to off that stupid Gold One chariot. I don't even know why it's a mount for you. It's not very useful. Actually, I'm curious. Cold One 540, Dark Pegasus 508. Alright, so... yeah, at least with the Cold One, you're a little bit more heavily armored. And, ow, did I just screw over your HP by doing that? My bad, my bad. But, well, too late. Better now. Wait. Are you telling me you can now approach this place? What the heck? Okay, wait. You go here, go into raiding stance outside of you. Yeah, wait, why couldn't we? Okay, I don't know, but it's not important. Build your gargantuan black arc, please. Thank you. Now, what else needed to be done this turn? I believe we moved everybody. I did the admin, so that's certain. Not something that needs to be done. Astra, you're where you are, right? Or where everybody is where they are. You're where you're supposed to be, which means we can skip damaged building. Blood swamp, so yeah, that's fine. And then Lord Not Moved, that's supposed to be like that. Building upgrade available. Imminent Rebellion. Where? Oh, and Nuln.
Black-hearted dreadful.
Well, that's kind of irritating. We're gonna trade Nuln away anyway. You know what? Here's what we'll do. 900 slaves or whatever. We'll trade them, and then that's better than wasting the control. This is still going to be a rebellion, but this time with a few bonus units. Frankly, it'll probably be too weak to care, or at least I certainly. We also counteracted with fights to the death, but if we're gonna trade it next turn. End turn. Alright, apparently I forgot to move Furion Beastbinder, but he is moving by himself. Damn it, this is what I mean about there being too many. Okay, for a second I thought he wasn't going to land at Swamp Town, but it looks like he will. I should have put him in full speed stance, though. That was my error. Malice Darkblade gained Supervisor. It's about time. Feels like you should have had that for a while. Vissenland Rebellion, but it shouldn't matter to us. Lord Skrulk is going to ask for military access. I was actually thinking he did cancel that trade agreement for us, which I frankly should have done before ending the turn, but, well, what can you do? Alright, anybody else gonna do anything? Sylvania, not close enough to attack us, apparently. Argvalon, Kurun. We're probably gonna ally with Kurun now as well. And we're looking good. Okay, so first of all, admin. Call for a feast, control +3 for all provinces. Yes, I don't care about what the other is. Rule out some rebels. Ooh, favored. Control +3 permanently in own local province, or faction-wide +3 to fix our public order. Oh man, that's a hard choice. Permanent +3 control on an admin is nice. But this would probably last us until we can get sacrifice again, so the +10. I wish I knew where this was, like which admin it is, but it's not. It doesn't show you. It just says their name. Like it's kind of poor. You know what? Let's just go root out some rebels and more of this. Organize the hunt on turn start. Character wounded administration. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. And I don't really care for Wrath of Kurnus, to be perfectly honest. Although 5 loyalty ain't so bad. You get another one of these for an assassin. Ah, fine, why not? Say his family, screw him. Torture them to death, +2 control all provinces. Yes, please. Admin. Basically, we have no negatives to this one either. And, damn, all the admins are asking to do some stuff. Income for all, but no thank you. Let's just go accept the gold and the loyalty, and more for you. Volanduil Emerald Eye. I don't know who you are, or why you have 1 loyalty, but... Oh, maybe I should have let him rebel. Screw it, whatever. Oh, he was one of the admins I was trying to make, but he didn't get a good trait. I should have deleted him, but he had negative or close to 0 loyalty, and then I couldn't. That's who he was. Supervisor for Malice, and Seafarer for Rakarth. Rebellion in Vissenland, doesn't matter. None got besieged. Oh, that stopped us from recruiting. Damn you, game. The Dust Gate receives a plague. Oh, frickin' great. Now this place has a plague. Damn it,
Corruption is right.
Land Pestilence. We're going to be annoying. Alright, fine. Cancel this. We can't have the plagues. It's just too irritating. Cancel our trade agreement with you.
Granted.
And then we will kill you in 10 turns. Hopefully. I'd rather not deal with the plagues, and I guess we have to switch you to the negative plague thing, so chance of plague spreading mine is 40%. Right to there. And let's also build you. Damn, we could use all of our... Actually be a good option here. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Once again, for the control. There we go. Control +0. And you know what? While we're here, even though I usually do this between the episodes, I want to see what to build. First of all is going to be the execution blocks for the additional slave income, and then I guess the Dread Man is the other thing to do. Fantastic. And the copper landing, I guess here we'll need to build those slave slums. Dustgate, you probably won't need the defenses anymore, so you can... Or actually, or just another slave slum to get more public order in the nearby territories. But we'll super need them, but who knows? Who knows? Alrighty, Plague has... I can't believe it spread immediately. And that was with the city tunnels that we immediately built for it not to spread. And yet spread it did, friends. You destroyed Mangrove Coast, but at the cost of your army. Damn, I was hoping to get Burkhardt to fight that, or even to get Erdothane to fight it, but apparently that is not going to happen. Well, let's try to take Mangrove Coast. Hopefully we can do it before these guys do. There's also a lot of R&Ds to move and stuff, but I think... I did not mean to click Aloysa here.
Lord of the Black Tower.
I think this is probably going to be... Oh. So, well... We're happy. What do we have at Montana? Oh. I have a fairly decent garrison. I did not realize that. But I do like it. I like it very. Mave, you're going to move here. Marathi, you're going to go into Druki for strike, and you're going to move to Montana. So I guess we're actually going to give this a fight next step. Yeah, look at that. We got a bunch of Bestigors. This might be a fun time. I will take it. Alright, let's encircle them for now, and this will be the first battle we get from Marathi's army's final form, so I like that as well. Also, you, before I forget, have Shadow's Guard and Hardened by Cruelty, and Trust No One. Let's get you your Black Lotus, and let's get you the Sword as well, and then you level up next just so that we have the Scavenge leveled up. You're actually good in this tree. Guess we could keep getting you elusive so that you're a little bit... Wow, physical resistance 20%. Yeah, let's get that. Get you... I mean, Gutter Fighter is unnecessary because you have such high melee attack anyway, so Precise will probably give us more value, and then Shroud of Darkness right after that. Fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to call it here. I'll do the admin between the episodes. We'll start the next episode off with the attack on Montana and another buff by killing Morgur, and then Mave will take same said buff the turn after that, which all works out nicely. Maybe we'll want to cancel the trade agreement with Clan Spryer as well, so that, well, we can start fighting them while we wait. Maybe we'll do that as well.
Many inventions.
Not that I necessarily wanted to fight them, but you know what? I once again don't trust them being here, and frankly, all the other factions will love us. With the exception of the Pirates of Sartosa, but I'm not sure we care about them. And they're not part of the Shield of Civilization after all, and these guys, yeah, they don't like us. Do you want to end the trade agreement? Yes.
Yes.
No more need for it, and it's not like that cost us all that much. Still 116,000, though that'll go down once we lose materials. Let's see. Anyway, more Malekith to come. Stay tuned. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments, especially if you enjoy this length of campaign. I do tend to run these long and all, and as viewership does down in campaigns that get older, it is important to vote with your engagement, as otherwise it would probably be better to run shorter campaigns. I'm still not sure about that. But anyway, so far I like doing what I do. But anyway, whatever I usually say, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.